Greetings and salutations, sports fans, coming to you live tonight from Central York High School. It's Todd Edwards standing alongside my broadcast partner. No, it's not Dew Jones, it's Brandy Shope in the house here tonight. Brandy, welcome, and I know you know a thing or two about volleyball.
Actually, this is probably the sport that I know the most about. I've been an assistant coach at York College for the last 8 seasons, going into my 9th season, and played volleyball as well, both Division II and Division III. So really excited to be able to broadcast something that I love.
And an impressive resume by one Brandy Shope tonight. She'll be on the call. Our Dew Jones behind the camera tonight for this big matchup featuring York Suburban traveling here to Central York. Really two of the preeminent teams in YIAA, Brandy.
Yeah, tonight should be an exciting matchup. The difference between girls volleyball, women's volleyball, and boys or men's volleyball is really women play with finesse, and tonight we're not going to see as much finesse. We're going to see a lot of power coming from both of these teams. They're both scrappy. They're both going to be hitting the floor a lot. Blocking's going to be key tonight.
No doubt about it. And just over my shoulder, you can hear the ball being pounded as the Central York Panthers are warming up just over our shoulders here tonight. This is Central York's home opener tonight. They had a weekend tournament out at North Allegheny in the western part of Pennsylvania. By the way, York Suburban, they opened up their season with a win against Susquehannock 3-0. This could be a matchup we'll see later in the year in the playoffs here in YIAA, Brandy.
Well, they both have an impressive resume for winning, and so having this as Central's home opener is certainly going to be a thriller.
No doubt about it. And, of course, Central is led by not one, not two, but 3 coaches this year with the passing of really a legend here, Todd Goodlane. Triple coaches, John Feldman, Landon Shorts, and Brock Anderson all stepped up. And it's going to be a nice effort to see how things play out tonight for Central York.
Well, certainly a strong resume of a coaching staff. So I think they'll be in great hands.
And across the aisle, Oliver Good, the head coach of York Suburban, leads his team into here tonight. And the crowd's starting to settle in. We hope you settle in at home with maybe some bottled water and popcorn with Sports Shooting Stars. It'll be Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards. It's really the start of our spring season. We want to remind the fans we have a little bit of diving into various sports this spring. We'll have some lacrosse matches. We'll, of course, have a couple more volleyball matches.
Baseball.
And baseball and softball.
Yeah.
All for you. Follow Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook and Instagram. For the latest updates, we even dropped out a new logo today. How about it?
A nice cleaned up version of our logo, so hopefully we'll have some merchandise here soon for everyone to check out. And as always, we're looking for sponsors with all of these new spring sports that we're bringing on.
And I'm glad you mentioned the sponsors because we have 3 tonight. My hands are kind of full, but let's get to it. OSS, Land and Seed Landscaping, and Essential Salon and Spa are our 3 sponsors for tonight's volleyball matchup featuring York Suburban and Central York.
Excellent. Well, we're definitely looking forward to this matchup, and we will see you all soon.
We will make our way up to the broadcast booth for Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope. We'll be back momentarily. This microphone. We're back, sports fans. Todd Edwards, Brandy Shope, making our way back up to the broadcast booth. We mentioned earlier, Central York comes in here with a pretty impressive resume with a deep history in volleyball here. 7 PIAA state titles, 13 state championships appearances since 1975. And quite the resume here at Central York. We'll see if they can continue tonight, their home opener, with a potential win against a tough York Suburban ball club. Year in and year out, Brandy, these two teams always seem to be battling out in YIAA.
Yeah, they have a great coaching staff, but they have great feeder programs. They are working with their teams from the time that they're young, getting them. They have a standard set on both sides. So volleyball has always been strong at those two schools.
York Suburban, the reigning YIAA co-champions, along with Northeastern from last year. They're led by the district all-star middle hitters Jackson Bryant and Matt Torres for the Trojans. And of course, for Central, two players to keep an eye on, two juniors, Ryan Roberts and Christian Bucks for the Central York Panthers, as we are moments away here from the start of, well, as they would say, first serve here, Brandy, from Central York High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy National Black Forest Cake Day, and welcome to Central York High School for tonight's YIAA Boys Volleyball Game, featuring the Trojans of York Suburban and your Central York Panthers. Just reminding this contest is being played to benefit the students and athletes of these two schools. No signs, banners, or noise makers are permitted. All spectators are actually seated at all times. Any spectator by rash behavior interfering with this contest will be removed from the gymnasium. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier this year, the Central York boys volleyball team and Central York community lost an incredible coach, brother, mentor, and friend in the passing of Coach Todd Goodwin. At this time, we ask you all please stand and join in a moment of silent reflection in memory of Coach Todd Goodwin, who had an astonishing impact on our boys volleyball program, student athletes, and the volleyball community throughout the state. Thank you. And now, if you just remain standing, please join in showing respect for our national anthem.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem.
Here are tonight's starting lineups. First is the Trojans of York Suburban. Junior number 20, Nathan Epian. Junior number 5, Gavin Crodell. Senior number 23, Kevin Bryant. Senior number 13, Jackson Bryant. Senior number 10, Luis Moncado. Senior number 28, Matthew Torres. And junior number 11, Connor Hayes. The coach for the Mr. Oliver Woods, Mr. Willie Schoenberg, Mr. Pat Riley, and Mr. Jared Miller. And now for Central York Panthers. Senior attacker number 2, Donovan Perez. Sophomore center number 3, Lance Shaper. Sophomore player number 4, John Heath. Junior
Well, Brandy, the player introductions have been announced. We're moments away from first serve here. Central wearing their black jerseys with orange letters, or numbers, I should say. And then York Suburban Trojans in their white T-shirts with black numbers. And some fans that maybe tune in wondering what the orange jersey is. We'll allow you to explain that, Brandy.
So for the orange jersey and the white jersey then for Central York, that is called a libero. That's a defensive specialist. They may come in multiple times in the back row. However, they can only serve for one person and in one spot. They're going to be one of their main passers or defenders throughout this entire contest.
Try to explain some of the rules here. This is our opening game, really, of this 2023 season for high school volleyball.
And it looks like Suburban has the first serve, so that means Central will be receiving.
Back to serve it up, Matthew Torres, a middle hitter. I mentioned his name earlier, a player to keep an eye on for York Suburban, getting set to serve it up here at Central York High School. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars as we bring the game to you tonight. Brandy Shope, Todd Edwards, Dew Jones behind the camera tonight. And we're underway. And that was out. Christian Buck's shot.
It was a back row attack just right of the line there. Their first pass wasn't quite to target.
Gives York Suburban the 1-0 lead right now. Torres back to serve. What we call a service error.
That's correct. Well, that's going to be a point Central York.
Back to serve for Central. Number 26, Christian Bucks, junior for the Central York Panthers.
Great pass. The block just did not penetrate there. It went right down in front of them.
Gives York Suburban a 2-1 edge right now. And you mentioned earlier in the pregame show, you may watch the women and the girls game, a little more finesse. Here you're going to see some power, particularly from the outside hitter position.
Yep, blocking's going to be essential in this game.
Ryan Roberts' shot.
Blocked out of bounds by the Trojans.
And it ties things up here, 2-2 in the first set. First team to win 3 sets wins. It's a best-of-5 series.
Great pass. Suburban's doing a great serve receive there.
And Jackson Bryant just couldn't get the ball over the net. Gives the point to Central York. Number 1, Patrick Sywert back to serve for Central York.
Good set.
Down. Big kill.
That was a great set.
By
he
number
pulled that back.
12, Mason Boyer. And you may have to check the floor on that. Maybe cracked after that kill. It gives Central a 2-point edge right now, 4-2. Opening set here from Central York High School. Blocked at the net by the Central defenders, but went out of bounds. Will be York Suburban's point. Trojans down by 1, 4-3. Thank you for tuning into Sports Shooting Stars tonight.
I think this is going to be a back and forth battle here throughout the entire evening. What I'm seeing right now, just as the start of the game, which can change so quickly, Suburban's passing is much better. Central York has a little more power here in the front row.
They are showing that from the outside spot.
So they call the setter over. When the setter's back row, they can't come jump over the net and the ball go over. So it was automatically Suburban's point.
And right now, York Suburban with a 1-point edge, 5-4, opening set. Ryan Roberts outside shot. Again.
Wow, just short.
Just short, went out of bounds.
Great
See
placement.
the frustration on Ryan's face.
Just a little more snap of the wrist there, and that is 100% a kill. Great pass. Back row attack.
Out of bounds. Gives Central the point. 6-5 York Suburban. Some substitutions taking place now for both teams.
Speaking about Mason Boyer, his mom, Courtney, is a great volleyball player as well.
Runs in the family, huh?
Absolutely. Suburban really used the block on that one by tipping the ball and pushing for sure.
And York Suburban up by 2 right now, 7-5.
Great swing.
Out of bounds on that hit by Nathan.
Just a little bit behind the ball on that
Climbed
one.
outside hitter for York Suburban. And Ryan Roberts now back to serve for Central York, down by 1, 7-6. Wow, what a kill shot there by number 2, Donovan Burris. And they list him as an attacker on that play. He was an attacker, big kill. And ties things up right now between Central and York Suburban, 7-7. Ryan Roberts back to serve. Nice placement there by number 20, Ephraim Eclaim. And it gives York Suburban a 1-point edge, 8-7. Back to serve Luis Montalvo for York Suburban.
Good pass. Yeah, I'd be feeding number 2 the ball. I mean, he's a foot over top of that block.
You can see he has some hop. How about it?
He's got a little bit of hop, and he's tall.
He is, yes. From this vantage point, looks to be at least 6'2". I mean, from where we're standing. But.
Oh.
See Devin Marsh, number 32, the setter down there for Central York.
So they called Suburban over the net on that one, giving Central the ball.
Back to serve, John He for Central York. A libero.
And the ball's blocked out of bounds, and also York Suburban was in the net.
They certainly like setting, as you mentioned, to number 2, Donovan Burris, for obvious reasons. So we've seen some of the power on display. Block at the net. York Suburban's point.
Yeah, York Suburban strategy is going to have to be smarter, not harder, with this big front row here. Great pass. He wanted that one. That one's closed.
Yeah.
Contacted just a little late.
Suburban now with a 3-point lead, 12-9 here in the opening set. And right now, momentum clearly on the Trojan side here, Brandy.
They just need to keep putting the ball in play. Central, like I said, is struggling a little bit on serve receive right now.
Big kill there by number 26, Christian Bucks. Central getting set to serve. Lance Schaefer back for Central to serve it up.
Great court awareness there by Suburban.
Yeah, and you've heard that several times here in the opening set, knowing that the ball's going to travel out, and they have not touched it. And point to Suburban. And big kill there by Central York. Sends Christian Bucks back to serve for Central York.
Great pass. It's got to be a lift by number 12 from Central there.
Just not expecting that. Number 12, Mason Boyer, was not expecting to get the ball. And a 3-point lead right now in the opening set, 14-11. As Joey Dahl back to serve it up for York Suburban.
Wow.
And a service there that'll give Central York the point, and the serve upcoming. The start of our spring season here with Sports Shooting Stars. We mentioned in the pregame show, I think we'll have some lacrosse, we'll have some softball, baseball, a little bit of everything here in the spring sports season.
That's exciting.
It's 4 hits by Central York, gives York Suburban the point, and a 3-point lead, 15-12. As Gavin Crodel is back to serve for the Trojans.
Great hit by Mason. Suburban got a nice touch on that, but just too.
It sailed out of bounds there, too much. For the Trojans, gives Central the point, down by 2, 15-13 right now. As Devin Marsh back to serve, the setter for Central York. Looked like a little miscommunication there, Brandy, in terms of.
Yeah, usually if the setter asks help, it is the libero, but everyone's strategy is different. I think they just miscommunicated on that one.
Service error by Devin Marsh gives York Suburban the point and the serve, as Jackson Bryant back to serve for York Suburban, the middle hitter. Ryan Roberts, the kill, is now back to serve for Central York, just down by 1, 16-15. Nice placement there in the back row.
I mean,
it's
like
hard
I said,
to defend that, Brandy.
It's going to be tough. I mean, Central has a very tall front line. Suburban's doing a nice job with placement. Central's doing a great job with power.
Ball sailed out. Point York Suburban. Luis Maltalva back to serve again.
Great block. Central's libero had that stuck just a little bit in his hand there.
And a timeout called by Central York. The 1 minute timeout here. And a 4-point lead right now. York Suburban 19, Central 15. We played a 25. In case maybe we have some viewers that are tuned in, checking this out, maybe new to the sport. We could try to fill them in as much as we can, Brandy.
A big thank you to our sponsors, OSS, Land and Seed Landscaping, and Essential Salon and Spa, located at 1319 Mount Rose Avenue.
All sponsors for tonight's broadcast, and I want to remind the fans to follow Sports Shooting Stars on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be having a schedule release, released rather sooner rather than later. How about that?
Yes, for all of this exciting spring sports. You know, some of it's newer for us in this arena. I mean, we have done a volleyball game, but we have lacrosse coming up. We have softball, baseball. And it's just going to be exciting to showcase more athletes right here in our backyard.
YIAA, yes. And back to serve again, Luis Montalvo. Jump serve.
Great touch by Suburban. That was a big momentum play for Suburban with that timeout, getting that point. Gives them a 5-point lead here.
5-point edge right now for York Suburban. That was in. And John He thought it may have sailed out. That was
complete ace right there, right in between two, just a communication issue.
Nice dig by Ryan
Good
Roberts.
save by the setter. Up. Nice touch. They called the setter back row there again. And that's going to be another timeout for Central York. Suburban 22, Central 15.
A 7-point lead. Your thoughts so far in the opening set here, Brandy, from what we've seen?
I would say this match is far from over. Right now, Central is struggling in serve receive. It's not that they aren't passing terrible, they're just not passing as good as Suburban. Suburban's really giving themselves a better setup when they're in serve receive. You know, Central has their setter, running around a little bit right now, and they clean that up. It's going to be a completely different game here. A 7-point game is an easy swing. They can definitely dig it out. I've seen it a million times happen. Suburban needs to remain in control here, placing the ball in those back corners there, and trying to hit over that block, because the block is massive by Central.
Yeah. We'll see coming off the timeout here what Central has dialed up. Luis Montalvo back to serve.
Normally when you call a timeout there, they're trying to ice the server. I thought for sure with that high toss they were going to ice him off, but he answered.
He has answered in a big way, and I believe a 6-0 run right now for York
Great
Suburban.
pass by Central. Touch.
Still alive.
No. Sorry, I got excited there. I'm like, please don't run into the scores table.
Gives Central the ball as John He is back to serve for Central York. And through the hands of Trent Weinstein.
A big ace by Central York there.
An ace, and He back to serve. Your score, York Suburban 23, Central York 17. Big kill by number 28, Matthew Torres. And set point coming here, 24-17. York Suburban, as Nathan Ikana is back.
And York Suburban
First
takes
set.
the first set here. That is a big momentum for Suburban, but like I said, I don't think that this is over anytime soon.
Yeah.
Central is a powerhouse. We saw just a glimpse of their hitting. They clean up a little bit of that serve receive. Completely different match. Suburban has to continue to stay in control with the ball placement.
Yeah, you talk about the history here. Bruce Barb Kohler from years ago here at Central York, the coaches, a long lineage of success here at Central York. But York Suburban, again, another school that's very formidable, and right now they pull away with the first set tonight. Like to thank our sponsors again. We have 3 of them tonight. Land and Sea Landscaping, OSS, and Essential Salon and Spa located at 1319 Mount Rose Avenue right here in York, Pennsylvania, as we get set to start the second set. And action's kind of underway in the volleyball season here in YIAA, Brandy.
Yeah, I mean, there is several teams that do really well in men's volleyball. Northeastern usually does really well as well. That should be a good matchup coming up. Suburban, Central, Spring Grove has a decent program as well. I think we'll see a big competition here.
It should be interesting as the season gets underway, not just for volleyball, but the track season has started. And we mentioned the lacrosse, baseball, and softball.
If you're tuned in right now and you have some sports scores, please feel free to share them. Becky Rill, thank you for tuning in. Becky was my volleyball coach.
Oh, yeah. She was telling me she's had a long history of coaching herself.
Yes.
Coaching student-athletes over the years. I spoke to her this past weekend.
She coached at Southwestern, and then she coached club for York Juniors, and now she's a sports parent.
Bouncing around all different types of sporting activity. And we'd like to say hello to York Suburban sports fan Craig Egger. He's a big sports fan. I know he has his bottled water and popcorn and is tuned in watching us tonight. Hello to Craig and his family, and a big York Suburban supporter.
Absolutely. It's nice to see a crowd on both sides. I mean, this is a great game for sure. And speaking of Becky Rill, Ben Rill was actually featured on Prep Hoops. He was currently number 4 in the state for his position, so big props for him. I know we followed Central this season as they had a pretty great run this year in basketball.
We broadcasted a few of their games from this gymnasium here, and of course tonight it's all about volleyball. And it's York Suburban and Central York. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We mentioned Becky Rill, Medicare Solutions. Her and her husband have been sponsors of Sports Shooting Stars. You can follow them on Facebook. And we're back.
Service up.
And a service error there by Lance Schaefer, and not the way to get that second set started here, Brandy.
Let's see how Suburban answers. The libero's going to go ahead and take the first serve.
It's Connor Hayes for York Suburban.
Much better pass here by Central.
Best of 5 here, so the first team to win 3 sets is the winner. We mentioned earlier in our pregame show, York Suburban opened up with a win over Susquehannock, 3-0.
Let's see if they can do it again tonight. That was a big, hard
Big swing by Christian Bucks. We've called his name earlier, and
just a little bit
he definitely
wide.
likes to bring the heat. There's no doubt about it from the outside hitter position. Connor Hayes back to jump serve. And a timeout called in the second set by Central York. Right now, York Suburban up 4-0.
That's certainly not how Central wanted to come out after losing that. You know, they need to get a spark going here. I will say this, their passing actually came out much better on serve receive.
Yeah, we'll see.
And we're going to roll a commercial real quick here at timeout. We apologize for the technical difficulty there. There's a little bit of a delay with the commercial, so we'll hit one a little bit later.
We're back to action here.
As a touch, it's going to be a free ball here to Suburban. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Right off the hands of the Central block, and that puts them up 5-0.
You've seen teams rally in the past, but right now Central down 5-0 in the second set. And clearly York Suburban in the driver's seat here tonight. Quite impressed from what I've seen so far from York Suburban.
They're very consistent. Great pass. And that's going to be Central York's kill.
It was Trevor Ketrick there with the kill. He's going to send back number 26, Christian Bucks, to serve it up for Central. Down by 4, 5-1 in the second set. York Suburban won the first set. And I think we
Looks
may
like
have
a
an
quick
injury timeout right now.
Wonder if his finger was dislocated there on the block.
Mason Boyer walking off with the training staff for Central York. As Jacob Bohannon steps in for him as he gets checked out by the medical staff. Yeah, sometimes the way the ball hits the fingers, you know, you've played this, you've been around the game long enough. The fingers are not meant to bend that way sometimes. And we're back to action here. Christian Bucks with the serve, and that's out about service error. Gives York Suburban the point, a 6-1 lead right now. Joey Dahl back to serve for York Suburban. Jump serve. Big swing there, and they called it out. Dahl's serve is up.
That's a great kill there by Central.
Yeah, Ryan Roberts with a big kill and gives Central the point and the ability to serve.
Yeah, 5 points seems like it's a lot, but it really can turn quickly. I mean, it's still a 5-point lead, but Suburban has got to continue to control this serve receive.
Patrick Seward back to serve for Central. Ball still alive. Ball hit out of bounds by Ryan Roberts. Gives York Suburban the point and the lead 8-2 in second set. Gavin Crodel back to serve for York Suburban. Oh, and that's kind of like a free ball and a big kill by number 13, Jackson Bryant, middle hitter, making an impact right now. York Suburban, 9-2 lead in the second set.
Great pass.
Nice up by the libero.
And that is out.
We have a nice vantage point, I must say, from our broadcast booth here to see if the ball sails out or sometimes
because
some of the calls.
It is close there. It is close, and really where the ball hits. I mean, if the ball touches the line, it's still in bounds there.
Devin Marsh, the setter, back to serve for Central York.
Great swing by Suburban.
Big swing again by Jackson Bryant.
That's some good power.
Yeah, power. Again, check the floor, Brandy. It may be cracked again. Another big swing by the middle hitter, Jackson Bryant, who's back to serve now. Hitting with authority.
Great touch. Bounced off the net, hit Ryan's fingers, and then out of bounds.
Out of bounds, and the York Suburban's point, and now an 8-point lead, 11-3.
We are broadcasting on both Sports Shooting Stars and White Rose Television. However, if you'd like to be a part of the live chat tonight, you will have to view us on YouTube at Sports Shooting Stars. So any fans that want to comment during the game and as they're continuing to watch, please make sure that you head on over to our YouTube channel at Sports Shooting Stars.
Ryan Roberts back for the serve. York Suburban 13, Central 4, second set. Big swing by Christian Bucks, and you kill. It will give Central the serve, as John He is back to serve it up for Central York. Nice up and a big.
Yeah, you can't afford to do that overpass right there.
Overpass.
What not with that big middle?
And Trevor Kettrick's back in, and what a kill.
He said,
by
"Feed
Trevor.
me more."
Yeah, no doubt about that. And a volleyball, especially from the middle hitter position, loves that.
My favorite.
You can see, favorite spot.
Yeah, they caught a lift on that one. He was a little bit under the ball on that. Right idea trying to push it to one. Scored multiple times on that, but needs to keep the ball a little more in front of him.
He jump serve. Still alive. Devin Marsh, free ball, gets it over.
And Central York was in the net there.
Matthew Torres, number 28, another middle hitter for York Suburban. Sends Nathan Akia back to serve it up for York Suburban. And right now, I mean, you would say the momentum and clearly is on the side of York Suburban.
That was a nice touch by Suburban, but didn't turn it in enough.
Yeah, went out of it.
Looking like Central York's Mason Boyer may or may not be out for the game here. It's with a broken finger. Not sure. It looks like they may try to tape it up, but I just don't know.
Ball sailed out of bounds, service error. Central will give York Suburban the point. Connor Hayes, the libero, back to serve for York Suburban. Gavin Crodel with a nice soft touch to get the ball over and point for York Suburban. 16-8 lead right now for the Trojans.
That one sails a little too far on that one.
Gives Central the point and the serve upcoming here by number 26, junior Christian Bucks.
Central just struggling to get back in that groove here. They just need a couple good kills in a row. They need to get a run.
Joey Dahl, jump serve. Ryan Roberts with a big swing.
Up. Oh my gosh, he touched it again.
Still alive. And it called a carry, but
that was great
sequence.
Defense.
Yeah, wow.
Great defense by Nathan.
Patrick Stewart back to serve it up for Central.
And net by Central on the block.
Jacob Bohannon in the net. And back to serve for York Suburban, Gavin Crodel. An 8-point lead right now for York Suburban, 18-10, second set. And a service error, point Central. And Devin Marsh back to serve for Central York. Ryan Roberts with the kill and the point for Central. We'll see if Central now, Brandy, can kind of get on a run here, get some momentum on their side. The second set, Marsh serve over. And Ryan Roberts providing some offense for the Central Panthers.
You know, that's a spark we needed. Look, I told you, it's a quick go around. Central has to keep this run going. Suburban is going to have to make a quick pass if they want to keep this lead and hold control.
5-point lead right now for York Suburban, 18-13. Marsh, ball sails out of bounds. Service error will give York Suburban the point and serve as Jackson Bryan is back to serve. We've seen some big kills from him at the middle hitter spot. We'll see if he can do serving it up now for York Suburban. Ball sailed out of bounds. It'll be Central's point. And Ryan Roberts, the junior for Central York, back to serve. Had a chance to talk to his parents, his father pregame. Happy that we are broadcasting the game.
Great setter dump there. Suburban holding on to that lead.
Short, nice
overpass. Tip. It's going to be 21.
7-point lead right now. Almost a football score, 21-14. But we're watching boys volleyball. YIII timeout called by Central. It'll be a minute timeout. 7-point lead. York Suburban 21, Central York 14. Of course, York Suburban won the first set, and they're knocking on the door potentially here, Brandy, of winning the second set, but still plenty of time for Central York to bounce back in this best of 5.
Yeah, it comes down simply to passing. Central controls some passing. They were able to get those kills, right? And that gave them the momentum that they needed. You know, some of their misserves sort of hurt them on that one, but Suburban is just consistent. They're holding that control right now.
They definitely have the keys to the car right now, and a lead here in the second set. Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Land and Seed Landscaping, OSS, and Essential Salon and Spa, located at 1319 Mount Rose Avenue in York. Oh. We're back to action here. Luis Montalvo back to serve for York Suburban.
Great pass. Oh, yeah.
Big swing and kill by number 2, Donovan Burris.
He was concerned there because he did end up in the net, but it was after the ball was down. That was a heck of a hit. Once that ball went up there, I thought, yep, that ball's going down.
John Heat back to serve.
Suburban needs to get this ball back quickly.
For Suburban, they need 4 more points, but right now, Central thinking otherwise. Right now, they want to get on a run of their own. John Heat back to serve it up. Talk about a game of momentum right now.
Yes,
Central crawling
Central
back into this
is
game.
Crawling little by little.
Lead for York Suburban, 21-17, second set. Nice up.
Suburban looking for a touch.
Yeah,
they were not super happy with that.
They were not happy with that call, and a timeout called by York Suburban. York Suburban 21, Central York 18, and
it is a different vantage point from up here.
exactly,
for sure.
Yeah. And I'm not playing referee. I know you have done that from time to time, but yes, some of the calls will just, some of the in and out calls. Yes,
you just got to go with it.
But it's there for review for sport from our broadcast tonight, Sports Shooting Stars.
Absolutely,
you can see for yourself
they can check it out anytime.
Yes,
it's certainly an action-packed game. They weren't going to make it easy, either one of them.
Neither team right now, and we'll see coming off the timeout. Central can kind of keep their momentum on their side. He service up.
Smart hit. That's exactly
Yeah,
what Suburban needed to do to get that momentum back. Central needs to side out. First
back
swing
to serve.
Side out on this one. And
Big
they did
kill,
it.
no doubt about it, by number 2, Donovan Burris. Brought the swing on that play and pulls Central within 3 right now, 22-19.
Suburban needs to side out. And they were in the net and blocked the ball out there, giving another point there to Suburban. 23-19. Good pass. Great swing.
Big kill by Christian Bucks. And that sends Bucks back to serve it up for Central York, 23-20.
Good pass.
Big kill.
Possible game point coming up here.
Set point here for York Suburban. as Joey Dahl's back to serve it up here, 24-20. That rhythmic applause from the Central York bench. And it sails out, service error.
Little too much adrenaline on that
possibly,
one.
yeah. And it sends Patrick Swart back for the serve. Central York down by 3, 24-21. Cyward. And the kill by Nate Jackson Bryant.
Great kill. And that closes out the second set here.
And no doubt, he's had some explosive kills from the middle hitter spot. Jackson Bryant making a statement tonight. And right now, York Suburban up 2-0 after 2 sets. First set won by York Suburban 25-17. The second set, York Suburban won 25-21. As we have a little bit of a break in the action here.
We're actually going to go to a commercial break. All right, and we are back. You know, this match is not exactly what I had expected here. You know, Central, they're just a little bit off tonight. I mean, Mason Boyer being out is definitely a disadvantage for them, for sure. I mean, he definitely brings consistency, hard hitting, but like I had mentioned before, it's just their serve receive is a little bit off. There's a couple mistakes, service errors on Central. They clean those things up. They have enough power and enough blocking power to make a comeback for Suburban. Suburban right now is consistent. They're passing well, they're placing the ball well, and they're serving in.
And for Central, now they got to think reverse sweep now, right? 3 straight set to win this match tonight. And it starts here with the third set.
And the first serve is in.
Yep. We're underway here with the third set.
And they block out of bounds.
Picking up where they left off again. A lot of the block shots sailing out of bounds for Central York. As Connor Hayes is back to serve for York Suburban.
Way to run the
ball sails out of bounds. Christian Bucks, and right now York Suburban. You mentioned it earlier. I thought this game would have been a little more balanced, but right now York Suburban
just
clearly
remaining in control, calm and in control.
In the driver's seat.
So that is 3 unforced errors in a row by Central York. At this point, their coaching staff is going to have to make some sort of a change here. Saved by a service error.
Saved by service error there, and it gives Central the point, and Christian Bucks back to serve. Junior for Central York.
That's going to be a point Suburban.
Sends Joey Dahl back to serve for York Suburban. Called his name a few times here tonight. Jump serve is up.
Little late there. Suburban thought the ball was in. Teammates calling it out just a little too late. Reaction's a little too late there. I thought it was pretty close. I thought it was pretty close. I don't know about that. I probably would have played that ball too. Again, we have a completely different
perspective up top here at Central York High School. And Gavin Crodel with the kill. And the point, he's going to go back to serve for York Suburban. 5-2 lead right now for the Trojans over the Panthers here in the third set. Ryan Roberts shot sails out of bounds.
I was about a foot out of bounds on that one. But great line shot, had that been in. No one was there for that.
Tough to defend, yeah. It's just... And Roberts with the kill. 6-3 lead right now for York Suburban. Player substitutions taking place for both teams. It will be Central's serve. Devin Marsh back.
It's our setter back there to serve. Good pass by Suburban.
Big swing again. I mean, we called his name Jackson Bryant. Certainly making a name. Oh, a phenomenal game so far for Jackson Bryant, the middle hitter, who's back to serve for York Suburban.
Good pass.
Timeout call by Central York.
Yeah, there was a hitting error.
Yeah.
On that one, hit the antenna. Again, Central Suburban is not really beating Central. Central is beating Central. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Suburban. They are being consistent. They're serving the ball in well. They're placing the ball. But Central has to clean up their own errors here. They're getting quiet right now. They need to really talk to each other and get in a groove.
Yeah, before this game slips away ultimately. Right now down 2-0.
5 points is something that they could definitely dig back from pretty quickly.
York Suburban with the lead, 8-3. A timeout by Central. Want to remind the fans, stay with our show. Our game will be post-game with interviews with players and coach.
If you're tuning in, make sure you're tuned into Sports Shooting Stars YouTube channel. It is being broadcast on White Rose, but for comments, Sports Shooting Stars.
Nice play by Ryan Roberts and the point, and he'll be back to serve for Central York. Big swing, but went out of bounds. Donovan Burris' shot gives York Suburban the point. As Luis Montalvo, the setter, back to serve for York Suburban. Point goes to York Suburban, 10-4. We're in the third set from Central York High School. And a service error. The point goes to Central.
All right, here comes the libero from Central. He had a nice little run to kind of bring Central back
In the
last
second
game.
set, yeah, we'll see. And it looks like that ball sails out of bounds, service error. And just when you're talking about maybe getting some momentum for Central, they stop themselves. And right now, back to serve. Number 20, Nathan Iklaha.
Wow. Big ace.
Big ace.
Right off the chest of libero.
And certainly the York Suburban bench is fired up, the players there.
Not only that, if you notice, Suburban is really talking. They're talking every single
Communicating.
pass. They want to know who's up front, where's the setter at, who they're blocking. They're talking the entire time.
13-5. It's been all York Suburban. Service error.
Is back for Central's ball.
Lance Schaefer back to serve for Central.
Good touch. Central gets the ball back. It's short.
Big
And a
swing.
kill from Suburban.
Yeah, Gavin Crodel.
Again, you can see Central's really quiet right now. Suburban's continuing to talk.
Yeah.
Central has the opportunity to turn this around. It is not over yet. Go. Oh. Just put the ball in play. Oh my goodness.
Back and forth.
And Central puts it down. That was a
Good kill by
great
Trevor
rally
Kedrick.
there.
Yes. Point for Central. Christian Bucks back to serve for Central York.
Great pass. Oh, it's up.
Oh, big again.
Overpass
Jackson,
directly to the middle hitter.
to number 13, Jackson Bryant. And to say he's in the zone right now in that position would probably be an understatement, but
He's having a great game.
incredible game by Jackson Bryant as Joey Dawes back to serve for York Suburban with the lead 15-7 in the third set.
And a kill by Central York to get the ball back.
We'll see if Central has what it takes to rally, Brandy, and really you're going to need to rally for the next 3 sets to win it against York Suburban, who comes into tonight with a 1-0 record. Still alive, nice up by Central.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Gavin Crodel from that outside hitter spot, Brandy. Another player making an impact for York Suburban. And he'll be back to serve. Put a little bit too much on that. Maybe, as you mentioned earlier, maybe a little bit too much adrenaline right now. But service error by York Suburban will give Central the point and the serve.
It is a 7-point lead right now. The setter's back for Central on the service line.
It's Devin Marsh.
Great pass. Touch. Yeah. We're going to call it carry on that one. He
Sure.
definitely tried. I give him an A for effort on that.
As Jackson Bryant back to serve.
Great pass.
Up. Oh, and just
Tried to get out of the
motion.
way and ran right into the
Ryan
center.
Roberts bumped into one another, and
He definitely tried to make the pass and move out of the way there. That's going to be a timeout for Central.
timeout. And right now, York Suburban with the lead 18-9 here in the third set. Be a good time to remind our viewers of the sponsors for tonight's game: Land and Seed Landscaping, OSS, and Essential Salon and Spa, located at 1319 Mount Rose Avenue here in York, Pennsylvania. And now joined in the broadcast booth by Dew Jones, Brandy Shope, running from one spot to the next. To say she's busy would probably be an understatement.
Understatement. Brandy's very busy all the time. We're very appreciative when she can come in and do a couple games for us and be on the broadcast. Big shout out to Brandy Shope. Thank you for all your help. Right now,
And her insight,
Yeah,
not just from
absolutely.
her playing experience, of course, coaching, assistant coach for York College women's volleyball, and from time to time putting on the stripes shirt as well. How about it?
There's not a
Being an
thing that
official.
I don't think that Brandy can't do as far as with sports or just being involved in the community. Big shout out to Brandy Shope. Thank you for everything you do for the sports community and also for Sports Shooting Stars.
Jackson Bryant back to serve it up. Ryan Roberts. Just finding their spots here. York Suburban, we mentioned it too. York Suburban's just finding their spots right now, and
They
clearly
are.
you could tell the momentum, the confidence is on their side tonight, and rightly so. They're up 2-0, and right now they're knocking on the door of a potential 3-0 sweep here.
And they're in
which-
full control right now in this
Yes.
set.
Bryant serve up.
And you notice from Central York, they normally have a lot of 6-foot guys, 6'4" and 6'3" guys. You don't really see that so on Central York side so much this year. Working with a smaller lineup, wonder if that's going to affect them throughout the season.
Big kill by Donovan Burris. He connects on that one. We're being told Jackson Bryant, who's their middle hitter for York Suburban, is also a soccer player.
That's Craig Eager with the information about Jackson Bryant and Connor Hayes, also county champions in soccer. Kevin Bryant was also on that same county championship team as well as freshman Trent Weinstein, who plays varsity for York Suburban.
I tell you what, everything just seems to be falling into York Suburban's side here, and a 10-point lead, 21-11, York Suburban.
York Suburban on the road, but in total control so far in
Yes.
this matchup.
As I mentioned earlier, York Suburban defeated Susquehanna 3-0, and right now, potentially knocking on the door of a 3-set sweep here in Central's house.
Yeah, York Suburban looked very impressive so far in tonight's matchup. In control of the game. And Central York needs to do something to get back on the board.
And interesting, want to remind the fans, we're going to be releasing our spring sports schedule with
Yes.
Sports Shooting Stars. Talbot serves up. Christian Bucks with a big kill.
Big time kill for number 12.
Sends John He back to serve for Central York. A 10-point lead, 22-12. York Suburban.
There's a lot of talent on that York Suburban squad, and it's on display tonight. And as you said about our spring schedule, we have a lot of different teams, a lot of different sports we're going to be broadcasting: volleyball, lacrosse, softball, baseball. It's a little bit of everything, and it's really because of the fans. The fans wanted it, and we were here to supply it. Very happy we had the opportunity to get these games on TV and online.
Big kill by Trevor Ketrick. And we haven't even mentioned the podcast that will be starting in April, entitled Wait a Minute.
Wait a Minute.
And the feedback we have received from that, starting in the month of April. Check it out through our Facebook and Instagram page.
Central York is still battling. You're not giving up at all.
Oh, and right there.
And they're everywhere.
In the middle, yeah. That's Matthew Torres.
And yeah, with our Wait a Minute podcast, we're going to be talking to the student athletes, unfiltered, just a relaxed atmosphere and just getting a little bit
of information. Match point 24-13.
Barely crosses the net.
Nice dig by York Suburban.
It's a setup.
Went out of bounds. Be Central's point.
Great job for Central York.
Yeah, a 10-point lead right now as sends Christian Bucks back to serve.
Had their backs against the wall a little bit with that set.
Central needs to get on a run here.
Yeah.
Big kill by who else? Jackson Bryant to seal the deal for York Suburban.
Jackson Bryant, he's been on fire so far in this matchup. And he's hyped up.
He's someone we're going to probably want to talk to post-game.
Absolutely.
Certainly worthy as both teams line up at the net to exchange handshakes. But a 3-0 sweep.
Wow.
For York Suburban, and a big win by the Trojans. They earned it tonight coming into Central's house and knocking them off 3-0.
Yeah, got in and got out, man. They took a business trip.
Quick work.
They did a business trip, and they came in and, did exactly what they had to do on the road. Great game from York Suburban. Put the fans that were watching, that's somebody, this is a team you will definitely keep your eyes on throughout the season. And for Central York, they got to bounce back, go back to the drawing board, figure out where they got to, work on, get back into the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I would imagine we're going to try to make our way down to the floor and interview some of the guys.
And if the fans can stay with us momentarily, we'll be having the player of the game as well as some other players that were key in that York Suburban win. Just give us a few seconds as Todd Edwards is getting some of the guys together. How's it going, man? Great game, great game. Thank you. Yep. Just give us 1 second. We'll get all you guys over here if we want to have a discussion.
Okay, let me get it. We're back, sports fans. Mid-court, they've taken the net down already. Our camera operator, Belinda Morales, is waving to me, and I have two of the key players tonight. First of all, standing to my side, right side here, Gavin Croto, your thoughts on tonight's game?
I mean, we played great. Trent stepped in for me back row. He did amazing, I think. Luis, his sets were better than ever.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from the outside hitter position, you were finding your spots all night against this Central team.
Yeah, I mean, his sets were there every time. I could find the open hole in the block. It's just great team play there.
Great team play. You start out 2-0 now. I mean, and 3-set sweeps here in both Susquehannock and tonight. How special is that?
I mean, it feels great, especially not being ranked in the state. Come out 2-0, feels amazing.
Well, I think after tonight, you may be ranked, and a partner to your right. Nathan, welcome aboard. Your thoughts on tonight's win?
I feel like we played really well. We really stepped up to the plate against a really strong team, and we proved that we're just as good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And have you been playing have you been playing this game? How long have you been playing?
Freshman year.
Freshman year. How about you?
I started in 3rd grade joining in girls' practices, and then started playing in actual tournaments in 6th grade.
And it shows the talent level. I mean, you guys are 2-0. Dude, come on in here. Dude, jump on in here. I mean, fire away with some questions. I mean,
well, Jackson, you had a great game tonight. From all the fellas, you guys had a great game. But what was the mindset coming in? Playing on the road, coming to Central York. First matchup of the year between Central York. What was your mindset coming into the game?
Oh yeah, we wanted to play with a lot of energy. We wanted our respect. We wanted just to work as a team. That's our goal here. We want to know like one individual player, all as a team, all together, all one family.
Absolutely. We're coming in.
I will say one thing about you, Jack. I mean, you had a lot of kills. You may have to check the floor. I mean, it may be cracked. Your thoughts? I mean, you like that overpass. I mean, with that hit. Talk to the fans a little bit about that.
Yeah. We work on that a lot in practice. So I just, saw the ball coming over, decided to put it down. It's a good energy point, gets the team going, gets everyone hyped. So, yeah. Really happy about that.
Yeah, and you clearly had momentum tonight. I mean, you were in the driver's seat, and a big win against really a top-ranked team here, Central. You guys moved to 2-0. What are your future plans and goals right now for this season?
We just want to keep working, just keep doing what we're doing, just keep moving forward as a team, really. Next game.
No doubt about it. On to the next game. I know you have
you guys did a great job. I know it's time to celebrate with your team, but you were voted our player of the game. I know it's a team effort, but you got the player of the game. You can put that up. We're live on TV right now.
TV. Would you like to say anything to the fans that are watching?
Anybody that's watching, fans,
we'll walk right down the
parents.
line. First, you go ahead.
I mean, thanks for watching. It's big time commitment.
Well, and it's nice to bring some exposure to volleyball, and I know you have to be excited. You can see the game, watch it in review, and we'll go right down the line. Your thoughts? Would you like to say anything to the fans?
Just thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you at our future games.
Check them out at York Suburban High School, and go ahead.
Also, I want to give a quick shout out. Jackson's also county soccer champions as well, man. So it's been a great season so far for you guys. But you want to say anything to anybody that's watching from here or anywhere?
Thank you again. Yeah, thanks for watching. Keep following along for the ride. It's going to be a long season, and really excited for what we got here.
And let's get a picture here with these guys.
We'll do a
well
quick picture,
worthy of a picture. They've earned it tonight, this crew.
Oh, Ty, I gotta use your phone. Sorry.
Okay, take two here.
Mine said mine. I'm at my limit. All right, great job, guys.
Okay, guys, we'll let you get back to celebrate, man.
Great job, man. Way to
Congrats,
work,
man.
Great
Way
job,
to
man.
work.
Great
Good,
job,
good
great
effort
job.
out there.
Great
Good
job,
effort.
man.
Yep.
Hey, follow Sports Shooting Stars, guys. Follow Sports Shooting Stars. See you
Yep.
later.
How you doing? Good to see him.
All right, and I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up our matchup for tonight. Great game between York Suburban and Central York. We're going to continue to do a lot more volleyball games. So thanks you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back in a couple of days. Check out Sports Shooting Stars to look at our schedule for the spring season with lacrosse, football, lacrosse, softball, baseball, and also volleyball. See you guys later.